Channel. My name's Janine Regan-Sinclair, and today I'd like to share with you some information about past lives or the previous lives and over-analysing them. So first of all, there's no such thing as past lives in that respect, other than things would be better called previous lives, because everything's happening in this now moment. Everything is popping in and out, collapsing in and out of existence at one particular probability point. So there is no past, there is no future. I've spoken about this before, so it's better to refer to them as previous lives, really, and we've all had them. You can go on YouTube and you can find plenty of people that are sharing information about other lifetimes and children that have been taken places, and they knew the roads and the buildings and things that were in that particular place, and they could only have known it if they'd had previous lives there, because they'd never been there before. So there's plenty of information out there to prove to people that we do have multiple lifetimes and that reincarnation is a real thing. I know not everyone believes in it, but I'm sure many of you do, that we keep coming back, and we keep coming back to fulfill our karma, to evolve, to grow, to swap places with our friends and family in that particular soul group, and to work through what we've achieved in other lifetimes and not achieved in other lifetimes. And we swap places with our spouses, our children, sometimes we're the parents, sometimes we're the child, sometimes siblings. It's very complex the way it all pans out. But when I've spoken to people that are investigating past lives, what I find they tend to do is to overanalyze the situation, and it's using up way too much energy. The whole point of being here is about evolution, it's about growth, it's about experiencing pure love in a physical body and relationships and that type of stuff. But we need to be in the moment to be in our best position on a frequency level, vibrationally, because when we're in the moment, we're in the bliss state, we're in the now, and that blissful energy is what's being projected into our future. So that's the best place to be, in the middle. But when we start over-analysing things, what are we doing? We're going into the past. So our energy is in the past, and it's being dissipated from being in the now. So we've got energy that could be manifesting and moving us into the future in the present moment, that is now being used to look at and analyse past or previous life stuff. And to be honest, it's not really that easy to know exactly what went on in past lives. And I'll give you an example. I was speaking to somebody recently who many years ago was very violently attacked and beaten up by a partner. Now, there could be many reasons for that. One, it may be that in a previous life that she actually assaulted him, or she was the man and he was the woman and assaulted him in that lifetime. And this lifetime, it flipped so that she could be on the receiving end of what she created in the previous lifetime. It could be that in her contract, before she came in to the physical plane, that she'd agreed to have something difficult, hard, cruel, whatever, happen to her so that she could learn about forgiveness. So there's another option. There are so many different ways to look at things. A third option could be that in another lifetime, or multiple lifetimes before that, she may have been in a lot of wars, a lot of domestic violence situations. She may have been a violent person herself. She may have been a fighter in a previous life, or something, in a multi-dimensional life even, or something like that. And all of that accumulation of all of that violence is in the consciousness, in her consciousness, in her cell memory, in her field. And that violence, those memories of that, have attracted violence to her in this lifetime. So it's complex, and there's many different reasons that we have these experiences. And unless you are skilled at tuning in to your Akashic records and what's in your Akashic records, and going in and looking at the contract that you've had with the person that maybe attacked you or something like that, then you can find out exactly what was meant to happen and why it was chosen to happen that way, and what that was actually teaching us. Everything that we experience is teaching us something. Everything is a lesson in something, whether it is the law of cause and effect or karma coming back on us, whether we've asked for a difficult situation to happen to us so that we can learn to forgive someone, or love unconditionally, no matter how poorly we were being treated by that particular person, or understanding that what we've got in our consciousness from the past is affecting our present and is also going to have an effect on our future. So people can get very stuck in overanalyzing what these things mean, and there are multiple levels of what it could be. And unless you are an Akashic reader or have got these skills to go into your own Akashic records and read the contracts and why that happened, then you could be guessing at so many different things and wasting energy looking at the past instead of enjoying being in the present. So be careful if you go down that road and start looking and investigating past lives. It is a good thing to find out about these things, because then we can heal them within our system and bring that imbalance back into harmony and let go of those frequencies. So let's say we did have another lifetime when we were in a very violent place, maybe at war for years and years and years, or our ancestors were involved in lots of wars and lots of, barbaric behaviour and violence, that when we've come into this lifetime, because we're carrying those intergenerational imprints in our system, or because we watch a lot of violent movies and we're pulling out, those frequencies into our system, then that's being projected into the world around us and it's attracting that violence to us. So it's a good thing to find out what some previous lives were in order to release those things from your system, or release the intergenerational trauma from your system. But it's not a good idea to spend hours and hours and hours looking into past lives, and some people, being told maybe that they were a queen or a king or something like that, and it puffs up the ego. We live in a matrix construct that is multidimensional. So if somebody comes, onto social media or on one of these platforms saying that they were, let's say, Cleopatra in another lifetimes, the first queen that comes into my mind, and believing that they were Cleopatra and the only Cleopatra, that's lower ego, because the construct that we're in, there may have been 10,000 people have gone into that particular construct, that particular part of the simulator that I've spoken about, that our reality experience is very like being in a virtual reality simulator that projects what's in our consciousness so that we can experience and learn through that. If they are thinking that they're the only one that played that role in the simulator, then they've misunderstood it, because there may be 10,000 people that have gone into that particular program in the simulator of this earthly and universal experience that have gone in and played the part of Cleopatra in a particular lifetime as an opportunity to learn what it's like to be a leader, to learn what it's like to be female, to learn what it's like to have power, to experience certain things. So there's no just one person as just being that queen, or being Napoleon, or somebody else from the past. There are many different people that are experiencing multidimensional previous lifetime experiences as certain characters, because those characters are a program in the simulator that we call reality. And it takes up a lot of energy. So it's a good idea not to get too embroiled in the past life, previous life stuff. And by all means, take a look and investigate if you think there's something in there that is going to help you move forward, or there may be something in there from the past that you need to go into that particular lifetime through meditation, through healing, to get something back that was taken from you in that lifetime, that's a different thing. That's going into regression to look at healing something from the past that's affecting us in this lifetime, rather than just going to see if we played some important role in the past, because the ego thrives on the fact that, you know, we've done something important. So do think about it. The other thing that we've got going on, which I'm going to talk about in another video, is the contract that we have when we come in that may be linked to the life between lives thing as well. So when we do pass, we have a group of beings that will guide us through what we've achieved in this lifetime, what we need to achieve in the next one, what we didn't achieve in this lifetime, and that's called life between life stuff. And that's also a very interesting thing to do. I can do it with people, I've done it myself, and you can change your contract that you've got in this lifetime. So I'll talk a little bit more about that next time, and I hope this has been useful, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. And if you've got any questions, or you want to make any comments, or you've had some interesting past life stuff yourself, maybe leave a bit of a comment in the comments below. And if you're new to my channel, please check out my Patreon. We get together every month at the moment on, it was the 5th of the 5th, the 6th of the 6th, the 7th of the 7th, the 8th of the 8th. It's 30 minutes, and I open the one portal, the healing portal, so you get healing, and we do 20-minute no mind meditation together, and it's only $5 a month. So if that's something, if you want to join our core, at the core, our group, what we're doing is we're meditating and we're healing what needs to be healed for the highest good of humanity. So it's a bit like us coming together in a beehive and buzzing together to make a difference on behalf of the whole. So the more people that come into that, the greater that is going to affect everyone else. You're welcome, Carrie. Hi, Gina. Thanks for joining me, guys. And yeah, so hopefully I will see some of you on the 6th of June in Patreon, and we've got a handful of academy get-togethers left for before the end of June as well. So can you choose not to come back? Yeah, you can choose not to come back. You can choose to learn lessons at a later date, but if there's a lot of stuff that you've accumulated, this is the best place, because it's the lowest density, it's the lowest vibration frequency place, where all the chaos is, and the light and dark, the duality, polarity. This, when we come back to Earth, when we reincarnate into a physical body, we can get more work done being in a physical body than we can being in the spiritual bodies. And I believe that's why there's so many people on the planet at the moment, because the ascension is happening and the planetary alignments every month now. There's more and more light energy coming in. You're probably feeling it. You're probably not sleeping very well. That's one of the side effects. Achy joints and feeling heavy at times when we've had a big download of energy and stuff like that. All these things are side effects of what's happening globally. Everyone is being affected by it, whether they're awake to the situation or not. So taking good care of yourself, get plenty of rest and hydrate. You may be even being kept awake at night, that when you're trying to go to sleep, it's like flashing lights inside your head. That's downloads of energy coming in, and we act like acupuncture needles for this energy coming into the planet to raise the frequency of Mother Earth and the whole of humanity. So every little thing you do, whether that is a 5-minute meditation, a 20-minute meditation, whether you do some sort of complementary therapy on yourself, whether you get involved in training courses that are helping raising your consciousness, everything you do is changing the world around you and everyone in it. That's how important you are. Every single one of you is a God particle, a one particle, and you're extremely powerful. But when we come together, that power is multiplied tremendously. And that's why I started the Patreon group. So it's not like this, I don't come on and, you know, going into talking, I'm not selling anything on there. It's literally come together, just a quick explanation of what we're going to do. We open the one portal and we release a lot of powerful stuff comes out in the Patreon healings, and then we just sit together for 20 minutes in no mind, manifesting what's for the highest good of all concerned. So it really is a hub for caring about everyone as a whole, rather than just ourselves. So hopefully some more of you will find me on there on Patreon and join our group. And I'm here every Thursday. Normally I've missed the last couple for various reasons, but I'm here on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, just to share a little bit of insight with people. And hope you've had a great day and this has been useful to you. And I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.